Here we are back at the Fords of Isen after the mighty Rohirrim managed to fight off the scouts of Isengard.
I think it was a massacre last time.
It was a bit of a massacre, but they have returned in some force. So first of all, let's chat through the defenders. So Johnny, could you talk us through your heroes and force makeup here?
Yep, so infantry is very much the same as what we had last time. So 12 Riders of Rohan. We're supposed to have 3 Outriders, but we don't have the models, so we're just using them all as Riders of Rohan, and they are led by Elfhelm.
So when you say infantry, you mean cavalry?
Cavalry here,
yeah.
And then infantry on the Ford. 24 warriors, 4 with spear, 8 with spear, 8 with bow, and Grimbold standing in the middle. Ready to heave through some Isengard.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of them to heave through.
So then they brought their armoured forces this time. So
we've got a combined force of Dunland and Isengard. So we've got 6 Dunland horsemen. They're all split up. We've got 6 Wild Riders. Not oddly, 9 Dunland warriors. I don't know why 9. Seems. Theoden and Gorolf. He's the bold one in the middle there. They're the 2 Dunland characters. There's an Uruk High Captain just here. 20, I think it's 24 Uruk warriors. Half with sword and shield, half with pike. We have added a banner in each army, which isn't a scenario, but we've got a banner each because we've discussed about
for some reason in GW scenarios they don't put banners into anything, and actually why wouldn't you be carrying a banner?
Yeah. So
we're going to use the banners. They add an extra something.
And the last thing I've got is 4 Uruk High crossbows, so hopefully I can put them to good use.
Yeah, pretty powerful if they hit.
They're pretty punchy.
Okay, so we are going to go into first turn priority and then into our first turn proper.
Okay. I have a 3.
Good rolling, but of course I forgot that good always goes first in narrative scenarios.
Just messing with me now, aren't you?
Just using one of your good rolls.
Alright, like that, is it?
So we're just going to push forward. So the objective for this scenario is to keep him, is to have as many models as I can on the Ford. So we're going to push out as far as we can.
So it's control of the Ford is the scenario win.
I've learned my lesson from the last game when I tried to swim through part of it and ended up losing a few orcs and Dunland warriors.
Right, so that's the end of a fairly bloody first turn. Can you talk us through what happened during that from a Rohan perspective?
Well, we sort of set our defences up on the edge of the Ford, and then the archers managed to pick off one of the crossbows, as I know how lethal they can be at strength 4. But apart from that, there was a lot of shielding from me in the combats to try and hold back the tide of Isengard. But
so do you want to lift out the casualties? So
I lost 2 to the crossbow shooting, and I lost a further 2 in the combats.
So the thin line is
It's
looking even thinner. And then from
my boys are just about to get their feet wet. So yeah. So moved out crossbows. Crossbows are really good because I'd actually lost one before they shot. So out of the three, killing two from the 3 shots was great. I'm gonna try, because I've got +1 to the swim and the forward. I'm gonna try and put the cavalry across that way to see how they get on. I know it's crazy, but I'm gonna try it because otherwise they're just gonna sit there the whole time, just blocking up. And I've got these here to reinforce here, plus the characters, so they're kind of going to get wasted anyway if I don't do something with them. Yeah.
And you've got 1 casualty to lift
Oh yeah,
down here.
my crossbowman.
Right, so we will then move into turn 2. Priority.
Turn 2
Okay.
priority.
5.
So it goes to
It
Isengard.
does.
Okay, first horse.
Lying down in the water.
Second horse. Oh, it's alright. Third horse. Oh, it's dead. This is not. Isn't he on 1 on 2? What's going on?
Come on.
Fourth horse. Yes. Would you? 50. I should have lost 1, maybe. Okay, other movement.
That is the end of turn 2. And what I should emphasise is, in order for Johnny to kind of hang on for a win here, he's going to last 10 turns. Well, maybe we'll let Wayne go first to describe what happened during that turn.
So I tried to push with my cavalry because I thought they were just going to get blocked up. I tried to get across the ford to then put some pressure either on the rear of Johnny's force or the oncoming riders of Rohan. It did go as planned. 4 of the riders went in, 2 of them drowned.
Didn't go as planned, but probably went as expected.
yeah, I should have learned from last time. I got talked into the. I had +1, so they were only drowned on a 1 or 2, and of course I rolled a 1 and a 2. The third one died to the bowfire from the. Was it a spear? Throwing spear?
Throwing spear, yeah.
Throwing spear, yeah. So that's those 3. But in the combat, the crossbows was good as well.
Crossbows took out 2.
They took out another 2, a rider and an archer. But in the combat phase, yeah, I killed 1, 2, 3,
4.
4.
1, 2, 3.
4, yeah.
5.
In
5,
reply,
wow.
Johnny got Dunland and one of the Dunland warriors and 1 Uruk warriors. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, so
Cannot
please
sustain
would you
those losses.
remove your casualties.
Okay.
Don't
right
forget
in
the
the
ones
middle.
floating away at the far end.
Yeah. Got him. And that has created quite a big hole there, which is right.
Right, so we will be moving into turn 3. Right, here we go with turn 3 priority.
Okay. 5. Oh, he's on
And
it.
it goes to Isengard.
Stop
once
using his
again.
battle camper dice.
You just got to throw everything up, haven't you? And just guard that.
Okay, so there we are, moving into the end of the third turn. So from a Rohan perspective, Johnny?
Well, a combination of the river and using up a lot of might. I've killed a few, but again, at these odds, he's going to whittle me down quite quickly. So river claim 2. And then through shooting, I think I got another 1 or 2. Took 1 guy off his warg. And then in the combats, it was relatively even. I think Wayne probably killed 1 or 2 more. Elfhelm disappointed by having to use all 3 might to win the fight, and then only killing 1 Uruk-hai in return. That's a pretty gutting display from him there.
He killed 1 on the way in, though, didn't he?
He killed 1 in with his throwing spear.
And then he killed 1 in the combat.
And he killed 1 in the combat, but he's only got the same fight as a infantry Uruk-hai, so it's pretty tough for him.
Yeah. Right, so
yeah.
remove your casualties, gentlemen. Definitely more Rohan coming out here, and I think numbers are going to tell.
He lost 4 that turn.
He's not dead, is he?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The river's still claiming its bounty.
If we could just take a few more, that would be great.
Oh, and the big news, yeah.
Yeah,
One of them
got
made it across the
someone
river.
over
He got shot off his horse, as he did say. Right, into priority for turn 4.
Another one.
So that's a lovely easterly
I love that,
6
just
for the Isengard.
crushing the soul.
And have we got any...
I have to call it heroic. It is my last point of might. But I have to.
I'm going to call one with the... Oh no, I can't call one with the Uruk because he's used his, isn't he?
Captain's used his.
Captain's used his. So I'm going to use one with...
He can't really go anywhere without going in the river.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still call it and just everyone else can move, basically.
I could call it with Frodo.
Yeah, I mean, Theoden can't get in himself, but...
But it would get me more of them into that position.
Okay.
Go for it. Go on, Johnny. Go for it.
I wouldn't if I was you.
Where's the roll, Wayne?
No, he's not called.
Oh, he's not called.
No, I've decided not to.
Okay,
Cool.
right.
So,
Right, so let's again, lots of deaths that turn. So Wayne, from an Isengard perspective.
So I lost 2 in the river, swimming. 2 made it across though, and then 1 got shot off his wag.
they're going to start damming up the river soon with
Yeah.
all those bodies.
The one that did make it across charged into here, and that was a bit of a standoff. Crossbows killed another archer, and then this was a bit of a bloodbath. Called an heroic combat with Frodo. He killed his opponent, ran across to Elfhelm to help with this combat, and Elfhelm got chopped into little pieces. And then there was I think 1, 2, 3 Rohan casualties, and 1, 2, 3 in total Isengard casualties. So yeah, but I think my numbers are starting to prevail. But
I'm still
not-
managing to keep you off.
yeah,
the
I'm
board.
still not on the Ford at the moment. So actually, Johnny's doing a good job of just keeping me back.
And the flanking manoeuvre is looking a little lightweight.
It is. It promised so much and has delivered so little.
Hey, remove your casualties, gentlemen. Right.
Nice.
There's one there.
Oh yeah, I knew there was another one. And then pluck the bodies out of the river. I should have scored a tally of the river. I think it's most of the cab, to be honest.
Right, so it's going to be priority, and I think that this is a must for Rohan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you're out of might now.
Out of might.
There's the 6.
Here comes the
Standard.
1.
Oh, it's a 4. So goes to Isengard. Nothing you can do
I think
about
it's
it.
everyone every
I was going to
priority.
apologise, but I'm not. I'm not actually sorry.
Okay, so John, is it your turn, Johnny, to describe the?
Would you like a
Sadly, it's
tissue?
my turn. Oh, where do I begin? I've lost track. That was a pretty brutal round. Yeah, Way managed to flank around here, and he's taken out one of my riders at the end of that combat phase. He took out both of these archers with his crossbowmen, but I did manage to pick one off in retaliation. And then another flooded cavalry there. I think that's eight or 9 to the river. And then the combat this is probably the most one-sided round we've had so far, where Gorolf, using his last point of might, just punched a hole through. He's taken out a whole load of Rohan, and then the rest of the warriors have taken inspiration. And yeah, it's a big hole there that I'm going to need priority to have any chance of stemming the tide now.
Yeah,
It was a big round.
you had been holding the line
Yeah.
pretty well,
Yeah.
but he's starting to get onto the ford.
This is where I need to win my first priority.
Okay, let's pick out those casualties. I think we'll see some quite big holes appearing.
He's alive. He's still alive. He's dead. Got that one as well. Mate.
Okay, moving into turn 6.
Look at that big old
White
one.
tree. Okay, priority then. Oh,
At last.
Is this the turning point? The turning point.
When the
maybe?
might's off the table, Rohan come to play.
Okay, so things are starting to me to look a bit like Rohan. They're struggling for the.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So over to
Right-
Wade
right in
to
it.
explain it from an Isengard point of view.
So payback for Dunland. So Gorolf's been an absolute beast. He has just chopped his way. Last time he chopped his way into the middle of the ford. Two riders and a bowman came in to take care of him, and he chopped two of the riders down.
He's not painted. Take him off.
And then it's a dusk theme. See, the difference grey. No. And then the orcs of Frieden's, with the help of the captain, taken down some more. The orcs have just I think I've lost one. That one there.
You've lost one, taken 4.
Yeah, and so yeah, my characters and my weight of numbers is really kind of taking its toll now. Over on the other side of the field, that was a bit of a standoff.
That's all
I think you won both combats, didn't you? But you didn't wound them. So yeah.
It's the distraction that you needed it to be, though.
Yeah.
Right, so let's take off the casualties and see what it's looking like. And are Rohan going to fight on Johnny, or are they going to cut and run for the hills?
Should we roll priority?
Yeah.
To see whether it's, because if I win priority,
So it has gone to Rohan. Still not quite sure what you're going to do.
Right.
We're going to play it through.
Well, might as well.
So we're into turn 7 of 10. So here we are, we're at the end of the game as the Isengard and Dunland forces flood onto the ford. Johnny, it's up to you to talk us through the final throws.
the river has
That
swelled
game.
with Johnny's tears.
That was our last ditch attempt to heroically hold them back, and Grimbold fell, and another rider fell, which leaves a very large hole. I was hoping to try and take out whatever his name is, Gorolf, but he rolled 6s, so again he won that fight, but he's a bit tired, so he didn't kill any this turn. But yeah, I think Rohan will be tucking their tails and taking news back to Theoden.
He's been my most. He's been my best warrior with this Gorolf. He came into it a bit late.
He's only been in like 2 rounds of combat.
Yeah, he came into it late, but when he did, he just punched a hole. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we remove the casualties and see what the final board state is?
Yeah, and to think that there's another 3 rounds to go after this is
so they'll
just
flood onto there. So Isengard and Dunland march on with the news that Theoden will be making his way towards Helm's Deep fairly soon. So thank you, gentlemen. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good. It's been a while.
Which is the next one? Is it the assault on
the wargs?
I think it'll be the warg attack.
That'd be interesting.
And then we move towards Helm's Deep, and there is an attack on Edoras as well in the meantime.
Brilliant.
So looking forward to that.
He came, a weary man with dinted helm and cloven shield. Slowly he climbed from his horse and stood there a while gasping. At length he spoke. "Is Eomer here?" he asked. "You come at last, but too late, and with too little strength. Things have gone evilly since Theodred fell. We were driven back yesterday over the Isen with great loss. Many perished at the crossing. Then at night fresh forces came over the river against our camp. All Isengard must be emptied, and Saruman has armed the wild hillmen and herdfolk of Dunland beyond the rivers, and these he loosed upon us. We were overmastered. The shield wall was broken. Erkenbrand of Westfold has drawn off those men he could gather towards his fastness at Helm's Deep. The rest are scattered. Where is Eomer? Tell him there is no hope ahead. He should return to Edoras before the wolves of Isengard come here." Theoden sat silent, hidden from the man's sight behind his guards. Now he urged his horse forward. "Come, stand before me, Ciol," he said. "I am here. The last host of the Eorlingus has ridden forth. It will not return without battle." The man's face lightened with joy and wonder. He drew himself up, Then he knelt, offering his notched sword to the king. "Command me, lord," he cried, "and pardon me. You thought I remained in Medusel, burnt like an old tree under winter snow. So it was when you rode to war. But a west wind has shaken the boughs," said Theoden. "Give this man a fresh horse. Let us ride to the help of Erkenbrand." While Theoden was speaking, Gandalf rode a short way ahead, and he sat there alone, gazing north to Isengard and west to the setting sun. Now he came back. "Ride, Theoden," he said. "Ride to Helm's Deep. Go not to the Fords of Isen, and do not tarry in the plain. I must leave you for a while. Shadowfax must bear me now on a swift errand." Turning to Aragorn and the men of the king's household, he cried, "Keep well, the Lord of the Mark, till I return. Await me at Helm's Deep. Farewell." He spoke a word to Shadowfax, and like an arrow from the bow, the great horse sprang away.